The first thing you need to do when creating responsive web pages is adding the meta viewport. So let's see how we can do it. This will set the viewport of your web page to make sure that your website will look good on every device. This meta element is very important. If you forget adding it, you will not have a responsive website. So just make sure that you add this meta element every time you want to create a responsive website. So now let's move to the second point. When creating responsive web pages, you will need to use media queries. Media queries can be used to add some CSS styles if a condition is met. For example, you can use media queries to check the height and width of the viewport, or maybe to check the width and height of the device, or maybe if you want to see if the device is in a landscape or portrait mode, and so much more. Let's use media queries to check for the width of the viewport. To add media queries, it is simple. You just start with the @ symbol and then you follow it with media. Then we add screen, and then here you add the condition. Then here you add your CSS code. Now let's add a condition here. So you can use the max width, then you set a value here, for example 700 pixels, and you add styles here. These styles will only be applied if this condition is met. So here on screens that are 700 pixels wide or less, the background color of this div will change. And we're not only limited to this, we can use everything that we learned about CSS. For instance, we can change the height and width of this div, we can hide some elements, well, we can do anything that we want. Here we can also use the min width. So these styles will be applied if the viewport is 700 pixels or more. We can check for the min height, the max height, screen resolution, and so much more.